Hello, sports fans. This is your guy, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports Philly, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I got a question for you guys. Should the Philadelphia Eagles go after Odell Beckham Jr. through waivers? Now, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that the Cleveland Browns are going to move on from Odell Beckham Jr. It's just a matter of when and how. Now, this has pretty much been uh, coming to a boiling point over the past couple seasons. And this season, it all started with Odell Beckham Sr. posting a video, a reel, as you would say, of multiple situations, multiple times where quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield, missed on his son, Odell Beckham Jr. He showed on moments, numerous opportunities where Baker Mayfield could have hit Odell, but for some reason, Baker didn't look Odell's way, or Baker decided to go another route. Whatever it may be, Odell Beckham Sr. is not pleased with the way his son is being used in the city of Cleveland. Now, is it a coincidence that this post on Instagram by Odell Beckham Sr. was released the day of the trade deadline? Is that a coincidence? I don't know. I personally don't think it's a coincidence at all. As a matter of fact, I actually think Odell Jr. had a little bit more to do with that post than he leads on. But nonetheless, should the Eagles go after Odell? Should the Eagles even consider it? Especially with their season kind of being in this state of limbo and also having a quarterback in Jalen Hurts who's struggling to get the ball to his wide receivers. But Odell, all things considered, hasn't necessarily been the Odell we know these past couple seasons. Now, granted, when he's healthy, he's easily a 1,000-yard wide receiver, but he hasn't come close to being that same guy in quite some time. He hasn't been the same guy he was in New York uh, in, as the Cleveland Browns needed him to be. This season, he came in hurt and he's only played 6 games. But so far through 6 games, he only had 17 receptions on 232 yards receiving and no touchdowns. The previous season, he was hurt also, only played 7 games, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns on 23 receptions. And then the 2019 season, his first year with the Browns, he played 16 games, accumulated 74 receptions, just over 1,000 yards with 4 touchdowns. But when you think about his numbers in comparison to when he was in New York, there is no comparison. He was a far better weapon. He had way more targets in New York. So that begs the question: what exactly is going on in Cleveland? Why exactly isn't Odell really being a part of the game plan? Could it be because he's never available? Could it be the fact that when he's not on the field, Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback? Could it be that when Baker Mayfield is not aiming for Odell Beckham or trying to force it to Odell Beckham, he's a better quarterback? I don't know. It could be a numerous amount of things, right? But should the Eagles go after Odell Beckham? Coming from me, it would be fun to watch. It would be fun to see. But at this point in the season, when you think about the money he would be owed if we picked him up, I don't think that would be a smart move for the Eagles, mainly because we are having a hard time getting the passing game going. But if this running game can continue to be valuable for us, if we can continue to use the running game, maybe the passing game will open up and maybe Jalen Hurts will start to improve. I feel like we're already kind of playing from behind for the simple fact that we haven't really done right by Jalen Hurts to put him in the best positions to succeed early. It took us until about week 8 to decide, we need to run this ball for Jalen Hurts so he can be a little bit more valuable, be a little bit more productive for this team. I don't know what Nick Sirianni's been thinking, but I don't think I trust Nick Sirianni right now to use a guy like Odell Beckham Jr. properly. It would be fun to watch, though. It'd be interesting to have him back in the NFC East, going up against his former team. It'd be cool. I'm not against it, but at the same time, I'm not sure what good it will do when you think about the current state of our team when we're not in a win now mode at all. And Odell seems like the type of guy who wants to be in a competitive situation. But it all remains to be seen what's going to happen with the Odell Beckham situation. Will they release him and allow him to go through waivers? Will they just hold on to him and pull the same situation that the Eagles did with TL by telling him, "Hey, just stay home," because they've already sent him home twice from practice for no warranted reason. And he's actually been a good teammate these past several seasons, these past few seasons. He hasn't been rowdy, he hasn't been loud. Most notably this season, he's been pretty quiet. Even when they asked him about the situation, he said that the reason I got sent home is because I was getting too close to finding out where Baker slept in the stadium. Basically joking around about the fact that Baker has all those commercials about him, uh, living in the stadium. But yeah, he's making light of it. He's not really causing too much of a stir. But that reel of him being wide open and Baker missing him that his dad posted, I don't know, man. Odell never really seemed to me to really take a liking to the fact that he was traded to Cleveland. He never really seemed fully at peace with that. So maybe he does need to change the scenery. But can he stay healthy? That's the ultimate thing. Can he stay on the field long enough to be an asset and not a liability? That's the real question for whoever picks him up. If Philly picks him up, if a contender picks him up, it all depends. At the end of the day, he has to accept the contract. But can he stay healthy for anybody who wants to pick him up? I don't know. It all remains to be seen. But I'll leave it at that. I'm your humble host, Tone the Shields II, from Chalk It Up Sports Philly, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charges to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry and fly this fly.